hear me clearly. Yes, disappointment is real. Yes, hypocrisy is real. Yes, church hurt is real. And yes, sometimes our questions will go unanswered. But just because all of those things are real still does not take away from the fact that Jesus is still very, very real. Don't make a permanent decision based off temporary feelings. Listen to this first. I want to start off with a few questions because I need to pick your brain first. And I need you to ponder on these questions. So the first question is, did you build a personal, intimate relationship with Jesus outside of organized religion? Are you patient enough to sit in his presence for him to truly reveal himself to you? Has he ever spoken to you directly? Do you know what his voice sounds like? Do you truly believe in Jesus and what he has done for you and me? That is the major question. Do you believe in him on your own? Or is your belief solely wrapped up in family tradition and that's what you were told to do growing up in order to make it to heaven? Which is very true because no man will make it to the kingdom unless through Jesus. And is your belief solely rooted in the fear of going to hell? If you answered no, maybe even yes to any of these questions, then we have some things to talk about. Because God is bigger than organized religion, tradition, family dynamics. He is bigger than that. And he desires to have a personal relationship with you. When you miss out on that part, you miss out on a big piece of who he is, not only to just the body of Christ, but to you personally. I'll tell you a little bit about myself. So since a little girl, I always knew God. I loved God down. I remember being like 4 or 5 years old and being in my room saying, "Oh, I love you so much, God. I just love you so much, Jesus." But here's the thing. I didn't fully surrender to God until my late 20s. I'm 31 now. And I didn't surrender to God in a church building, but in the walls of my own home. As a child, I didn't grow up in a church going household per se, but God made it a point to make sure He sent God fearing people to me throughout my life. Whether that was my grandmother or my godmom, God made sure He had people backing me in the spirit, even though I didn't know what the spirit realm was. Although I didn't grow up in a church going household, I was always God's child because I had this underdeveloped relationship and I had this burning love for God. I just didn't know who He was in His fullness. When I surrendered, that's when everything changed. He started revealing to me the mysteries of who he is, revelations of who he is, things that you could not learn in a Bible college, things that you could not learn in theology school. I can tell you now, since I surrendered, have I been frustrated with God? Yes. Have I wanted to walk away? Yes. And that is a normal feeling because a lot of times we put our expectations of what God should do, and God's thoughts are in our thoughts. His ways are above our ways. So when things don't go as planned, yes, we get frustrated with God. We want to turn away. But there's something when you have that relationship with God, there's no turning away. I couldn't turn away from God even if I wanted to. No matter how mad I am, no matter how frustrated or disappointed I am, there's just something inside of me that just won't let go because God has shown me too much. He has told me too much. And that's the love of my life. I literally love him. And that's what happens when you are in true, genuine relationship.